All right, guys. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I think I have everything set up. We're about to throw the link into the live chat because it's a free for all open mic format tonight. So anyone come on, talk about whatever they want. Keep it crypto related ish. The only thing I asked for is just no cuss word every other word. And if there's multiple people on who have disagreements and don't like each other, they're just keep it civil enough to be coherent so we can understand what you guys are saying and all that stuff. So hopefully good. See a few people in chat. See two people in chat, Grasshopper and Little Kilroy, which I don't think I've seen you before. Anyways, links in chat so people come on. Don't be scared. You don't have to show your face and it's about some of the videos I've made, all the other stuff. Feel crappy. Getting kicked offline every, I don't know, every hour, I guess. So it's happened a few times. So depending on how good the quality is, if I get kicked off, stuff like that, it might not be long of a show. Quite sure. So I don't have things as much planned as I would normally have. But next week's show, I think it's going to be very interesting for you guys. It's going to involve some Native American Bigfoot legends, really, and then taking a look at. Well, I actually seen this video from this other guy, and he pointed out some very interesting things that we community mistake and misconceptions and stuff in the Native American stories about Bigfoot, and just how many stories actually are relative to what people are presenting as stories of Bigfoot and stuff. So we're gonna dive into that, show of what he said, diving into what other people in the Bigfoot community have said and wrote, kind of comparing and stuff and giving our own opinion on such things and try to get to the bottom of things because long story short, basically is there's a lot of misconceptions and there's a lot of Native American stories and legends and stuff that get grouped into the Bigfoot narrative that technically, and when you actually read them, have nothing to do with Bigfoot, and the creature inside the story is a huge leap to get it to be in the Bigfoot category, which a lot of researchers in the Bigfoot community have, even myself and stuff. You know, some of these stories of cannibal giants, when you actually look at the details of them, necessarily describe Sasquatch. In some of these tribes, actually, some of the Sasquatch legends and stuff, and when they talk of giants and stuff, there's pretty much a distinction of the description and details and tools, technology, language. And so we're going to get into that because I think there's just a broad stroke of the brush, like this guy in channel pointed out, and kind of reminded me that yeah, there's this broad bias that, you know, all Native Americans have stories of Sasquatch and they all did this and they all did that, and a lot of the stories and myths and legends of other creatures and things, I think, get interwoven and intertwined. So next week, we're going to do a more That would be correct, actually, Mr. Texas Jack. I was gonna wait to drop the name and stuff next week, but yeah, if you guys want to spoil it for yourselves a little bit, you guys can watch this video. Very excellent. That I randomly came across today, so it was actually nice to listen to on the drive home. And in that is exactly what we're going to. I do disagree with him a little bit on some of the stuff, but do agree with him on some of the stuff he did, which don't worry about it, Texas. It's no mistake and stuff. It's already out there and stuff. And obviously, if you watched it, then yeah, other people have watched it. Quite a bit of almost 500,000 people watched it. So, but it actually does point out a very good point that a lot of stories in myths and legends get grouped into Bigfoot, Sasquatch, even though they are cannibal giants or and this is where I kind of differ from him is his criteria and stuff was pretty spot on, but when you talk about the giant Indians or other Indians with technology, and he didn't think that was Sasquatch because of they used fire and different stuff that we'll get into. But I do disagree with on some of those stories, but I do agree with that you do need to read a lot of the stories to understand that. For example, a giant snake with big feet who marries a Native American chief's daughter magically transform into a Bigfoot and shouldn't be added to Bigfoot stories or in a Bigfoot book. So that and some of the stuff that he pointed out was pretty spot on, actually, too. Something that I didn't realize that people were actually doing or in a particular book that actually happened. So it is very interesting. It's going to take a good solid week to come up with some stuff, put out some videos, or get some video clips for next week's live show to talk about and show examples of what he was saying and all that. So that says Jackie actually have a good heads up on that. But this free for all format, open mic. Anyone can come in, join, talk about whatever you guys want. Share Bigfoot encounter, show some evidence. Throw a little away. Maybe you haven't liked the couple live shows that I've exposed hoaxers, and maybe some of the people out in the community have definitely disagreed with me. So now's the chance to come on. You can address your grievances with me and how I went about things, or you can just common sense. Something stupid that you automatically have to get canned or blocked. You're not able to actually discuss and talk and share your viewpoint if your viewpoint is from mine and all that. So I did invite Red Creek Mafia on tonight. I seen his live show. Nikki messaged me and I jumped on listening to it. Invited him to come on and stuff. I don't think he's going to. He said he had to work. He gets out at 11 or something like that. But my opinion on that situation is, if the guy can't show up and talk to people or show up on other people's shows, and when he says, then I think that kind of shows what kind of person he maybe is and stuff. Maybe he's not that bad of a guy and stuff. It's not really my issue and stuff. But the way it is, there's no reason why two people can't talk it out. And if you think that by going on to a show, then all you're going to do is fight and you guys can't communicate and do that, and that's what you assume is going to happen, well, prove it wrong, that you don't act like that, and maybe the other person won't. We've actually had that happen here with Randy and Brent, people who, and they went at it, and then they came together as actual men, and now, they have a better understanding, and maybe that's what happened between Red Creek and Brent. on the show or wherever it's already happened. And it's kind of what men do. Sometimes you to butt heads a little bit, and for whatever reason, come out better and a little bit with more mutual because of that. There's too much of this, hiding behind the computer. You can say whatever you want or without being confronted, or just talking, just going up to the other person and say, hey, this is my problem with you. So, the more that people who don't actually talk to each other and say, this is kind of what my issue is with you, and resolve it. Keyboard warrior modern way of going about things it just creates more issues and drama and actually hostilities. And sometimes men just need a fight. Whole pussification of people, and like at school, and you can't fight, and everyone's in trouble, and it creates the problem where you have all this pent up stuff, and without the actual confrontation of two individuals face to face, there is no other way to really express it, because when you sugarcoat it, or you don't, especially when you basically at that expression of the actual face to face, head to head debate or expression with one another, you don't allow everything to come to surface. And so when you're behind a wall, you just boil over, and it keeps boiling over and over and over, right? And you're just behind a wall, so it's all eating you up and stuff. And it's honestly, when you express yourself to another person, that is, in a lot of ways, in a lot of debate, I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of different stories of back in the day, getting a fist fight with some guys and stuff, and then all of a sudden you guys are, friends after that, because you'll respect, and you've, for some odd reason, can come to an understanding because of coming face to face with one another. So I put the link. I let him know he can come on if he wants. Anyone could come on and talk about whatever and stuff. So yeah, it's always a good night to do whatever. So, I mean, that's what I think. I've called people out and stuff too, and some people disagreed with me, and like Red Creek Mafia said, Mike's his name, yeah. Understand why people call out other people, and he has issues with this is the big issue when you call out hoaxers, and Brent does stuff his way, I do some stuff, the same kind of stuff, my way. I come on here and do it. He makes videos about people, but I can't speak for Brent, but when I talk about people and show, try to talk about the way they talk, the odd things to say, or evidence that is potential hoaxing and is deception in my eyes and stuff. I try to show and explain and leave it up to you guys. And maybe your opinion is different, but I honestly know that there's a reason to do that. And there are, hoaxers, there are grifters, storytellers, con artists who are making money off people who don't have, any experiences, don't, all they do is a good story or play host. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's when these people who, they're a good host or they're a good storyteller, when they cause drama or in the middle of things, or always in the middle of things, or cause the AI are made up, are fake, there's too much content being pumped out with of history and historical eyewitnesses, like in the Bigfoot community. We have 50 plus years of historical sightings and old school sightings and stuff from newspapers and Native American stuff. When it comes to the dog man, or even the last 23 years of stories and data and eyewitnesses and people come forward. When it comes to the dog man, there's no history of all these stories. There's only a little bit, and then for all these news stories are just popping up out of all these emails that people are sending them, but none of these stories are being told anywhere else on any other show. None of these stories are being told have ever been told, really. So I'm not sure. I find it odd that a lot of these dogman channels are pumping out these stories that are just fresh, new, brand spanking new, even though the counter's 20 something years old and all that. And it just makes me wonder, we know how many Bigfoot stories and evidence that used to come out pre-Bigfoot Facebook groups, right? It wasn't all this every single day, there's something happening to have people. Stories were very far-fetched in between stories, and encounters seem to have a little bit more life to them now. It's some of the stuff that I hear on some of the channels I've pointed out, like Dixie Cryptids, seem so like it's just a story. It's made up. Some of the details, some of the things that it's said, it just doesn't make sense in terms of stories and stuff. And you especially get an old story from the 1900s and older and stuff, and the story is described using phrases and modern words or terminology or technology. It's not how the story would have been told back then, because the terms and stuff being used in that story or through that email is not been used back then. And we'll get into this next week and stuff too, is when stories get passed along and told, a lot of the times they get told using modern terms and stuff. So for long-term data from ancient stories and stuff, your phone game. So the accuracy of some of these stories and stuff, when it's with, and we'll get into this with the Native American stuff being told from 1800s and 1900s for being told from the 1600s and 15. Ancient times and stuff, and they're using more modern phrases and modern terminology or more modern storytelling structure that's not really accurate of the actual story structure of how it was told back in the day. So that's kind of one aspect to look for when you're reading these stories or listening to these stories and stuff. I mean, another one is military stories where the caliber of the gun used is not a real caliber of any rifle. Customized, but not in military use and stuff. Military has standard arms and ammo, and when you have 308 Magnum and stuff like that, it's not really something that's used in the military and stuff. Maybe I'm could be wrong and stuff on a. I don't think I am. Hey, everyone in chat, see a lot more people jumping in. If anyone else wants to jump on, go ahead. Hopefully I'm not too choppy and everyone. I apologize. So, calling out people and, they have a lot of friends or they're nice or they're, and all that, it does become warfare and people have issues and people take up arms and defend each other for the fear, the because they're friends and stuff, and that's a good quality to have, to stick up for your friends and stuff. But at the same time, if the person is showing evidence that the like LIB screenshots of people, then started putting his watermark on it and commenting there's a family of Bigfoot coming out to greet him and stuff, and people get all upset because he exposed all that. And I mean, it is what it is. I guess if you want to defend your friend because he's a good buddy to talk to and he hoaxes a little bit, then okay, he's still your friend. And that, in the terms of the community and all these people and whole population in the world, we're just a drop in the bucket. But those of us for the truth and really want to not be the stereotypical hillbilly Bigfooter who I found a Bigfoot track and and all this mumbo jumbo, we need to rise above the tribalism of defending people because they're your friend. I've exposed show Sasquatch Ontario, Mike Patterson, and he the live show was all about him in this the Bigfoot selfie and the fence photos. And in his own words, he actually tells the story of he lies and stuff, and how it's the stories that he says doesn't match up with what he claims to be writing on posts of and all that. And we expose all that, but a lot of people didn't agree with that. A lot of people actually understood it. So a lot of people in this who just want a good story. They want the fellowship. They want the they want a mentor learning, someone, a teacher who can, teach them all these secrets, They're the prophets of the Bigfoot, do whatever, or they're their host and, they have a lot of experiences that, like Chris Reinhardt and, got huffed on and they're seeing this and doing that. It's good for clout, vampire clout, when you actually are feeding off and lying and you just get subscribers and money or fame or whatever, as if this Bigfoot fame is a real thing in the real world and matters in any sort of way, other than the fact that we are trying to find and scientifically prove a creature that doesn't exist. I mean, that is the most important thing, not how famous you get because you play good host and have good encounters on your podcast, or you whatever it is, anything other than scientifically the existence of Bigfoot and getting to the truth. If it's about friendship and fellowship and learning and all that, then that's good. It's not what I'm for. It's not where I think most dedicated people are for. I mean, we don't care about being famous, calling out people, or well, I better shut my mouth because if I say something about paranormal roundtable, I might backlash and there might be some issues. But when the truth matters and you don't care, and when you feel and honestly look around and see that there's a bunch of people just taking advantage of the paranormal community, not only Bigfoot, but ghost and UFO, and a lot of learn and believe and who honestly want to find the truth, and they get hooked with these people who always present themselves as the prophet of truth, or a merchant of stories and information and stuff, and a lot of these people don't even go out and don't do anything. They don't. To me, I and how people I do understand it's a human thing. Humans love stories. It's ingrained with us. We spent thousands of years stories entertainment, so it's pretty much ingrained with us that a person who is able to story tell very good is is valued and stuff. Is enough of the fucking stories. We need evidence. We need encounters. We need interaction. We need physical reality in our stories that may or may not be real, may have been changed, maybe telephone game down the line. Love stories. I love trying to find reports, real reports that I think are legitimate, and mapping them out here in Michigan. And sometimes in other places, but at the end of the day, that's at the end of the day when you're getting potential interaction or activity, that's what it's all about. That's when you're in the heat of things. That's when you're trying to get that camera and audio going to capture what may or may not be the best piece of evidence ever. And it's in those moments. It's in the when your blood's pumping, you're about to piss yourself because a rock got thrown at you. You're hearing stuff. You actually know what's. Yeah, those are the moments that matter, because we're in the moments you're trying to film get evidence of the damn thing. What the fuck is me having people on here telling encounters gonna do? Or what if I just started telling stories from emails and stuff? What would that do? That's not gonna find Bigfoot. That's good, but tell stories, we're not gonna get anywhere. So I think there's only so much you can learn from this to realize, I have to get out there and experience stuff. So if anyone wants to come on, go ahead. This is one of the biggest issues. It is the biggest issue. I mean, and that's kind of just every day, everywhere, no matter what kind of a situation you're in. People, no matter costume they're wearing, have their own issues, and some people are idiots in their belief system. And we deal with a lot of different people, and mentally ill people who are on people don't have their life together, people who have issues, people who have alcohol problems. That's all right, Nikki. Saturday night's kind of a hard night to do shows and have people come on, because it's life, but it's easy night for me to do it. So that's why I do it. Whatever day gets to be the best, most easiest, convenient for me. I usually, I've switched. It used to be Thursdays and flipped around a little bit, but Saturday's usually the best. So hopefully I can get out in the field. Not this weekend, maybe next week, depending on scheduling and all that. But I should have. This kind of does put into a segment that I did find. I found a post actually of a particular post going around of well, this individual has a severe problem, obviously, and he does address it in the post. Some of you guys might have seen this post around. It's in the Catskills. The Catskills Collective. I can't remember the name of it. Facebook group's been posted a couple of days ago, but basically this guy basically claims he has a incidents with Bigfoot. He was grabbed, and he actually was raped by Bigfoot. And he goes on and makes this big old post and claims, and it shows a picture of his arm bruised and stuff, and it's very sad. That person has a very bad alcohol problem, and we are dealing with those kind of people, and used to be a member of the Lost Cryptids Conservatory. Actually, it's actually Chad. So you can actually look up that post, and it's and to me, it's sad. To me, I look at that post and what he's claiming, and it is literally someone who is fighting their own, so ingrained in the big, and so hooked, addicted to their. He is so addicted to the Bigfoot community that he has made this post for almost a gasp of air of 15 minutes of fame to try to, I don't know, but claiming when that 3 that, coming from the guy who, has come a long way, has a lot of issues and stuff. And so we are dealing with people who have a lot of issues, mentally issues, and get ingrained into this Bigfoot fever and want to be famous and want to, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't understand it. I try to put myself in that person's shoes and to understand why the fuck, why would you make such a deranged post? You were raped by Bigfoot, and you kind of go into it graphically and stuff. And, you didn't go to the hospital and all this, which doesn't make sense. Your infection and all this. The whole thing obviously doesn't make sense. And it's coming from a person who I've been in the field with and actually trusted with my life at one time. He wasn't so deranged and out of control, but severe alcohol problems, drug problems, mental issues and stuff will do that. And there's a lot of people probably in the Bigfoot community or, like that, semi like that, who have problems and stuff. And, one of the issues, he was my friend, but I enabled his alcoholism and stuff. And if now I look at him and stuff, and he's pretty much broken. And so maybe I could have done some more if I was, a better friend and stuff, But sometimes you don't want to look at someone in the face and say, "Hey, man, you got a problem." I love you and stuff. You're my friend, but you got some issues and stuff. And I think people need to step up and say things more. And obviously no one and stuff. But that's a little sad. Little note. You guys can see that post floating around in some of the groups. He's spamming it to a bunch of groups. But the cat skills. I just look it up right now. So getting the damn name wrong. That that's what we're dealing with is people who have issues and people want to be Bigfoot famous when they get into the, I don't know what it is, the atmosphere of being on shows or talking to people in these groups, and you make a bunch of friends, a bunch of people you talk to every single day, and maybe to a broken person you feel better and you feel fixed. But obviously it's not a cure. It doesn't fix anything. It's a curtain that covers up the pile of shit that you're trying to avoid. So yeah, that I don't even know what to say about it. I wasn't even going to address it, but that comment did remind me, and that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with people who are mentally handicapped, challenged, slow. So not all of people, there's a whole list of, maybe we make an Excel spreadsheet of the different types of personalities that we seem to be coming across, and not a professional opinion, just our own mediocre average Joe opinion about what we see. But some people are just, a little slow, want to be challenged, and, have a little Bigfoot in their backyard to make friends and feel better about themselves and feel popular. And then when they start hoaxing and lying and doing all this shenanigans, and then the people get all butthurt because that person gets called out because he's a good friend and stuff. Well, I think In the Bigfoot community and all these fields, really, your integrity matters, your honesty matters, right? Your sabe matters, honesty. It's literally some of Americans' tribe definition of honesty, the representation. You know, once you're caught bullshitting, you know, you're liable. You're not anything but a liar and a hoaxer. And why is that? It's because, you know, the be able to prove the damn creature exists so much is so it's scrutinized so much that, you know, as soon as you lie, we maybe this is used to be the feeling you can't be accepted and stuff because you're a liar, and the amount of scrutiny and sliver of keyhole that we have to fit through to actually probably prove the damn creature is alive is so small that you are a wedge that is going to stop us from achieving that. And that's how I kind of feel is when people get to the hoax, exaggerating the stories, they're adding details, they're trying to embellish stuff to be famous, to, you know, and you get caught. I do think believed, even if you get damn good evidence, I don't think it's just a pile of shit because you're a liar. And you know, and that's my opinion. It has to be scrutinized. You're a liar, even if it's the best piece of evidence in the world. I probably would have a bias because that person was a hoaxer and a liar and whatever and stuff. I wouldn't, you know, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, this, you have to be taken seriously as a researcher out there, because I go out there. Maybe I get offended because, you know, people actually go out there and play researcher and, you know, laugh and make fun of and play make believe of the stuff that I actually do and actually encounter and the stuff I've actually felt, you know, fear and all the stuff that I've encountered and experiences over the years. I think it's a big fucking joke and a slap in my face when people act out there, or they lie out there, they hoax out there, because I know that, you know, if you guys really encounter something, you probably would shit yourself and piss yourself, or you would be something so stupid that you get yourself hurt because you know, start shooting at the Bigfoot behind the tree because you're so drunk one night. I've known people who have that, they've done that, you know, because they're out of control. They have their own demons and stuff. You know, it's a slap in the face of real research and stuff, you know, and people want to say, oh, it's a weekend hobby, you don't have to take it seriously. Well, you know, then don't take it seriously. Other people are going to, you know, there's people who extremely seriously because we actually want to make impact and get the ball rolling. You want to have stuff filmed, you know, we don't want to just storytelling until we're old. Another 50 years of good storytelling. You know, some of us are dedicated, and I think we need that. Why not? Well, why are we a pussyfoot around of not taking this fucking seriously? I mean, I think that's a joke. When someone is claiming to be a researcher and they, you know, half-ass, you know, saying that, you know, they're taking it seriously out there, but then well, you know, it's a hobby, and I don't take it too seriously. It's like, well, which is it? I take it seriously. I mean, not to the point where it's a drag to be out there with me, but I take it seriously in the fact that, you know, I know what I've experienced over the years. I know how dangerous it can be because these things are real. I've had big rocks thrown at me. I've had limbs snapped, a couple trees pushed over now. I've had 3 trees pushed over. One was riding my bike in all this trail and had one pushed over. The one that was pushed over that we actually caught the audio of when I was sleeping in the Waterloo expedition. And then me and James just had that tree. We think it was a tree pushed over, but we couldn't ever find it. Although we didn't go into the other section of or something exploded. So 3 potential trees being knocked over in my lifetime in the woods that I think was big. Also had another tree actually almost fall on me when I was riding my bike one time. Good thing I rode my bike fast up this hill because I got up the hill and turned this corner, and all of a sudden I heard this massive collapse, and I didn't think nothing about it. But the next day I drove by, and the tree had fell in the road right where and it had happened 30 seconds later. And this tree was completely dead, and it was a windy day, and if I was 30 seconds slower, I would have been a pancake. So I do know trees do fall over and stuff. I do know that Sasquatch activity is a reality in the woods. So, I think we do need some, and I like to equate this to basketball because I think a lot of people relate to that. We need some Kobe Bryant mindset of that drive of trying to be the best possible, of doing whatever you can to be. You are out there trying to, and it's not better than the next person, but it's trying to strive to achieve, to get better quality evidence, actual interaction on camera, to get something that we can fucking throw in the faces of scientists and to everyone as a 3-point shot, 5 seconds left on the clock, Kobe Bryant style or whatever, Michael Jordan style, to the point where everyone's jaw drops and that they have to accept that Bigfoot is more or less a reality. Not that this may be bullshit. No. Like, it is in their face so much. Have to look at it publicly, and it's, cause a big old chaos publicly. We need impressive stuff. We need people who want to be professional in this, who want to be the best possible professional in this field that they can. So we have that mindset that drives people. Friendly competition of, it is only going to strive to make us better. Friendly competition is going to make us pace each other and get better and better and better stuff, right? We need that kind of mindset. We don't need this half-ass hillbilly stereotype of, going Bigfooting every weekend and all have a couple beers and tell stories, and then you hear a couple things in the woods and, Bigfoot, or like, Mark Newbell. Six, just remembered a good detail. I heard a tree being pushed over that I forgot to tell everyone when it happened in the 6 weeks after. No, that is bullshit. That's not professional. Even if it did happen, that is lackluster, half-ass stereotyping of, if you actually had an actual encounter where a tree was pushed over at camp during a big old camp out, don't you think that's something you should mention to everyone? Don't you think that's something you would remember the next morning? Take it seriously, guys. I mean, what if you're not taking it seriously? Why are you going out there? What the fuck's the point? What's the point of you going out there if you're gonna take a piss at 11:30, have a tree being pushed over next to you, remember or care to remember for the next 6 weeks? If people want to follow and gravitate and learn from that, what are you going to learn? You're going to be lazy. That might not, opinion about that. We need mindset of actual determination, goal setting, a little bit of ego, a good little touch of ego to say, I'm going to go out there and, make sure that get this shit done, instead of, we're going to go camping and, out there and do something. Strive something. Make yourself feel like you accomplished something, even if anything. Go out there, push yourself as a researcher, as a person. Make yourself feel like you actually busted out a sweat and you actually did something, instead of. There's nothing wrong with a good camp out, but I think a camp out is not Bigfoot researching. It's more of a hangout, and it's more of a distraction. hopefully the summer. Camping out some rural spots. Got a car. Camping in the car off in the trails. Camp and just in a sleeping bag with a fire, maybe a tarp. Get ate up by bugs. But I'm gonna try to be doing stuff a little bit different, not this whole. And we are gonna have a camp out and stuff. The big difference is we'll actually try to go do stuff. At least those who try to find evidence instead of just sitting at camp. Hopefully, you'll get lucky with a bunch of maybes, what ifs, and stuff. No. Kobe Bryant in your face. I'm gonna score 60 fucking points, and you're not gonna do anything about it. We're going to get some shit done because it's game time. When you're in the field and you're with a bunch of researchers, what are you guys doing if you're not playing the game? It's game, it's Super Bowl. Like you already been pulling resources to go there and show up. If you don't research and you don't do nothing and all you do is sit on your ass and can't, you can justify it as a good hangout and stuff, but you're wasting the potential of everyone there by not going out and doing stuff that everyone fun. I don't understand. When given the opportunity, you should work as hard as you can and rest at home, rest later. So I only had some, an expedition to the UP and stuff. That's how it'd be. It's not a vacation. It is not something that, I don't know. It's just me. We got to take it more seriously. What do you guys think? Someone else needs to jump on and stuff. I know you guys are itching to. Some of you people can jump. If not, that's okay. Maybe my internet's super sucky and choppy anyways. I do actually, I think we can show you guys. We'll probably, me and Jason Kenzie's Bigfoot encounter that we had up in the UP, which is almost as good as it gets to be a real close encounter actually filmed. It was an encounter of Bigfoot filmed, and you can see some eye shine in different spots. So I think we'll probably actually look at that and go over that, and we can pause it and stop it. That so. I just have to get it ready. And I was gonna have a video, 37 tree knocks, but final at a review, I noticed that there was some extra audio overlaying some of the knocks, so I have to redo all that. And since I worked today, I didn't feel like doing that when I got home and rushing to do that and everything else. So that is done. I just have to re-record something and then edit it out of the timeline and put the other one back in. And then render it, and then look at it one more time. But it's just a 10-minute video, so basically all it is the knocks and stuff, nice and short with just the evidence. What was that? I gotta look for this for a second. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this was from the UP back in 2021. And you actually can watch you can actually watch on the channel. And this is called Jason Kenzie and Blake Dorsher's an encounter in the UP or something like that. You guys can find that. And it's shot in 4K on a Sony 4K camcorder. Brand new. And we're going to take a look and go through it and actually kind of give you some commentary. It is happening. So hopefully it's not choppy. It doesn't buffer for you guys. If it is watchable, let me know. I'm not going to waste our time doing this if it's not able to be viewed. So into it. Bo show. Jana. Minisasabe.
Holy fuck. Dude. I think I see eye shine. Correction. I think I saw eye shine. Okay. Right there where my light is.
Let's listen. Nishnabe. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go do something and then I paused it without telling you guys. I was on mute and I didn't tell you guys. So let me give you a little backstory of what's going on just before this. So we were walking on the trail to change some audio recorders. On the way back, there's 3 little hanging that we clearly see that wasn't there before. It's in our face. We talk about it. We go start walking back to camp, and all of a sudden we hear a burst of commotion. These things, I feel, announce themselves on purpose, and then all of a sudden I turn around, whip my gun around, point the gun at but towards the direction, but at the ground, because I'm thinking it's a bear or something, or it's whatever I need to engage to defend ourselves. And then I get this instinct, or this is intuition, that it's Bigfoot, a wild animal, just by the way that the movement was, and there was multiple of them, the way it scattered and it was quiet. I don't know. I just had this feeling, and I trusted enough that I threw the gun over my shoulder, and then starts filming, and this exactly starts. This is the film, so this is the of it.
Whoop.
Bo show. Hello. Jana, how are you? Manisha Sabe. Big honesty.
Yep. I saw that. I saw that. Right there. He's closed his eyes. My light shined on him, and he closed his eyes. I saw him.
Hello, my friend.
He closed his eyes.
Is he on the ground?
No, he's standing. I can't see him.
How tall?
I don't know. I can't tell from here. I mean, up though, it's...
So it's actually at this point that I don't actually see eye shine or anything yet. From my position, even though I'm Jason and through the foliage, I wasn't able to see the eye shine just yet until I do. But so I start asking the questions about how tall it is. My heart's racing with 1,000 thoughts a minute, and in that clip that we just seen, kind of, but there might be some eye shine there that I might be able to bring out that I didn't previously notice. There's some potential, I think, there, or it's just going to be the leaf that's reflecting the off of the camera and stuff, which Jason is seeing the eye shine there, and me and him both see it. But in this moment, the thing is behind the tree peak, and then that's Jason's the first one to see it. And smart thinking of Jason, he turns his IR on, and this, in these moments, you have to, my camera's going, oh, I got to film it. Oh, my IR is going, you got to make sure stuff's going the right way. And Jason does a great job doing this.
Fuck, I shined my thing on him, my light, and oh, there it is. Oh, he's looking. Do you see him there? He's like right there.
I had my light.
Oh, fuck, me too. It's ironic that as soon as the light went out,
It is.
right there. Hovering, he's lowered. He's like bent down, like copying us. See him right there? Oh, he just went behind the blades of grass, or whatever, the leaves there.
There's two of them.
Yeah,
Right there, and there's one to our right. One to our right is real close.
Yeah. Hello. We just want to be your friends. We're nice.
Whoa, show.
Yeah, he's looking right at us. I see his eyes.
So yes, I see it. I finally see it, and eye shine, and it's right by this tree. And of course, at first, it's not enough for me. For me, personally, it could be a bear on the side of or a raccoon on the side of the. I know what my instincts are telling me. I know what my gut is telling me, but like my eyes need more visually, believe what I'm seeing. But what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling and stuff, I believe is Sasquatch, and that's why I'm saying there's one to the creeping, and it's close, and I know the sound, and I know it is. And that individual creeps past us and is the one that crosses the trail that Jason sees in first cross. There are two behind the tree peeking at us. There's going to be another individual that we both see, and it blows our minds. This individual walks past us, goes further down the trail. When we walk by, we stop and talk to the tree structure, and then he pops out. Getting a little foreshadowing. So that's what's going on. We have one creeping up really close. I don't know how close. I couldn't see it. We have little dinky little cheap headlamps, $150 $50 headlamp just went dead. And so yeah, we can't see everything, but we can see the eye shine, and then we actually see the silhouette of the creatures.
Let's see this.
Oh, so Sabe.
See, right there. There, you could see just the tint of his eyes right there. Oh, and now he just... Oh. Yeah.
Zoom's real close, so you can't see him.
I know the camera cannot see this, but there is something over there, and it has eyes. I don't want to say how tall it is because I'm not over there. I don't have a ruler. But, oh, and there's another one, and it's walking right there. See, I see him blink over there. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So why would they just stand there with their eyes looking at you?
Just relax.
Sorry about
Just relax.
Okay.
It's all good.
Just that noise made it sound like something was coming out of the forest.
Ha ha ha.
So this is pretty funny. In actuality, this was actually a very dangerous situation. When Jason got scared like that and flinched and panicked, that was a bit of that, hands up, like two people when you're trying to separate them. Hands up in between Jason and them at the tree, and all good. It's just me, and I even said I'm gonna laugh, to show these guys, it's funny to interpret the emotion, like we don't mean any harm. He just got scared, because it's a scary situation, man. And if that thing coming right next to us is coming at us, man, yeah, jump, and pretty much, that's the end of it. There ain't really much we can really do in a situation when there's 3 Sasquatch there and there's one trying to circle past us. Like, if they want us, they could have had us. They show themselves. And I'm speaking some Native American, some Michigan Native American, and I'm saying hello. I'm doing a formal greeting to them, basically. And we're talking in English to them because we don't know. Maybe they can understand us. I want to put out all the best advantage situation is as safe as possible for this interaction to happen, to let them know if they're humanistic, if they can understand our emotions. They're people watchers. They should be able to understand our mannerisms, our hands, our language, like that, communication, emotions and stuff. That's why I laugh. That's why Jason's laughs. That's why we actually sing. We actually do a segment, start singing. I think I'm greeting them, but I'm just kind of like singing it. And as show them, and my thought was to show them that we're friendly and stuff, we're kind of approaching them and stuff. I have a weapon. This whole situation is pretty crazy. Had a situation like this happen, especially with Sasquatch abruptly announcing themselves. This is why, in my opinion, this is one of the greatest of interaction or encounters, because it's one of the only ones fully documented on camera, even though you can't see the damn things and see them with their eyes. So let's get back to it.
fixed until when the light shined on him the first time, he actually moved. Like he blinked, like he closed his eyes. And then he bent down and then he opened his eyes. See, I don't see him now. I don't see him.
I know when you see him again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There is two of them.
Yeah?
Yes, there is two. There's one even further, like to the left.
Sabe?
Well, let's just get walk. Okay. Yeah. Hello? Hear that?
Bo show, Jenna. Minister Sabe.
We just come in peace. We don't want to cause you any harm, so please don't cause us harm.
We want to see you step out.
We know you're there.
We would like to see you.
But peace. I saw.
Sabe.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Well, that's why they're right here. Because look at the big space they have to get away.
Behind the scenes right here.
Oh, I'm just looking. Oh. I won't run, just to let you know. I just will not jump.
Right.
And maybe fall down, but I'm not going to sprint away.
That's pretty good.
Right?
Okay.
Just
Trying to get it to stop on the ice, and this is one of the only pieces that you can see from the film that is amazing.
and I will, jump.
Right.
Maybe fall down, but I'm not going to.
So you can see it right there. I was trying to stop it when it was as bright. No, this me and Jason back through UP of Michigan when we had him down here, and me and him had our Bigfoot encounter, and this is what he filmed. I actually filmed this too on my little camcorder, not some China that has all the audio and stuff, and nothing as good quality as this. Is so shaky and stuff. So no, but this is me and Jason's Bigfoot encounter. I think, and this is as close as you can probably get at nighttime. And I mean, the only see is the damn thing, but that right there is the eye shine of the creature that me and Jason believe are these creatures that we encountered. And that is one of them that we just walked up to the spot. And when Jason said there's two of them and stuff, I'm from my position, Jason's a little shorter than me. I have to duck down and move over and look and stuff. So, and I'm worried about the one on the right. So my head is kind of like all over the place. And so, but I look, and when Jason said there's two of them we see there's the one that we were observing is kind of crouched down a little bit and is looking at us. The other one comes out and is about 7 to 8 feet tall and is above the other one. And when I'm thinking, visually, I need more. It was like, okay, well, it could still be a family of raccoons coming off the tree or a bear or something, even though my intuition is telling me this is Sasquatch activity. I wouldn't have put my gun away, you see on my shoulder, if I thought it was truly a bear right there. And the evidence, it's a bear, right? But visually, to me, it was like, okay, but, it's still just eye shine with us, but when we see the second one come out, the silhouette and stuff becomes a little, I don't know, maybe the moon or whatever. It became such a way that when the first one turned and went like this, and I could see what people describe as the crest, where its forehead went like this, and then it extended, sloped up, and it was this massive cranium. And then when I seen that, and it did that, I was like, oh my God, this is not a bear. This is not a wolf. This is not a raccoon. This is not a possum. This is not anything. Besides, this is Sasquatch. It's that right there with everything, was the visualization that I needed, the visual cue to make me believe, holy fuck, I actually had this nighttime visualization encounter, and that was the key detail I needed. When I seen that cranium of that head there, and the way the whole encounter acts, the way the rest of the video acts, the way they act in the video, no animal big enough that we're seeing with the eye space big enough is going to do that. Raccoons are going to act a certain way. Bears, all animals act as humans. They either run away or they alert you and say, back off, I'm about to defend myself, or they attack, right? They don't do Sasquatch, which is, hang around and watch you, and as Jason's about to witness, spider crawl across the trail. Approach the two that are at the tree, and we're singing, we're doing it in a tone so it sounds friendly, it sounds soothing, it's anything to keep the situation calm, cool, and collective, because that's what I thought they were kind of acting like. I already pointed my gun at them at the ground, and and then when I put it back away, they scattered. When I put it away, the one, it seems like they went, or two, towards the middle of the trail area where the tree was, and that's where we're looking at and stuff. They're actually down the trail off this tree, the trail off the tree and stuff. So they're right there. And of course, when we walk up to the area, there's this huge area and spots where they can move off of. But the creepy thing is, it's woods, it's vegetation, and it's stuff that, they should be making a little bit more noise than what they are, especially that one that's creeping, that's on the right of us, that creep past us. It doesn't really make much. You hear a little, I call it slinking through the woods. It's a little step here. It's hard to describe. It's almost, you're hearing something, but you're not quite hearing something walk. Those of you who've experienced it probably would know the feeling. All right. Let's keep playing it. But this eye shine right here is one that we catch, and we also capture one of them that is as we're walking back. And potentially when Jason's filming, when looking at it, the potential that you could find maybe enhance this to have the eye shine being shown is there, because this is shot in 4K. So this is as good as so, someone out there is a lot better with technology and all that. Here is some video evidence that could be looking at it and stuff. And I've shared it a couple places, and Jason has this in his documentary, Searching for Sasquatch. It's like number 3 or part 2 or whatever. But, unfortunately, the way the documentary was shot, with the way that my group was with ex-members and like going on, this whole clip wasn't shown and stuff. It's documentary. It was too long, but in the documentary and stuff. So, but I can't give it. Don't blame Jason and stuff. They had a lot more ears, people telling them and all this other drama and stuff, and I didn't really want to influence and stuff. So the main thing is the piece of evidence, right? The raw footage shot in 4K, which shows everything. That's more than what's in the documentary. And there's actually a lot more. I actually have all the hard evidence of a lot of stuff that I've seen, and I don't know. I think most of it's been shown and seen, but like I got drone footage and like some shots and different stuff like that. But anyways. Yes, this was right after our conference that we had with the ex-members and all this other stuff together. After that, we shot up there with the shares. Adam Davies was up there actually with us because he was speaking at the conference, and we got him up there, even though he wasn't over too much, or these spots pretty much at all. But anyways, sea scotchers were awesome down here and stuff. And anyways, yeah. So this was kind of at a time, my group was having drama, and unfortunately, it put a bad taste in my mouth. But that's why you guys never seen any full documentary that I've put out. But only thing that matters is the evidence and stuff that we caught, which was some audio. Robert Kreider has some audio on his channel, some audio. Jason Kenzie, of course, his documentary. This piece of evidence, there's some Robert Kreider caught some evidence of eye shine on his mini cams. One of his, he was leading a group of people, and he got some eye shine on one of his cams. We caught some eye shine. Jason caught some eye shine, or I caught some eye shine actually when Jason's talking by camp, of course, last week. But let's get back to this clip and stuff. So we have one right here to the left of us that is pretty damn close, that Jason's IR light is picking up, and the camera see this. But me and Jason with our headlamps are not seeing this. We don't look at this, or we don't see it. I mean, I actually turned to look, and I don't see any eye shine. Unfortunately, the way that we're standing and the camera is about to turn, we're in fine. If it was still open, or maybe the creature's eyes are closed, because we're not seeing the eye shine and stuff when I look at it. It's probably me. It's my internet. It's been going off all day, but, or at least since I've been home. Let's keep playing it.
Sprint away,
That's pretty good.
right?
Okay.
Just so I'm not going to run and leave you, or I just won't run. I'm going to sprint away,
That's pretty good.
right?
Okay.
Just to let you know, I'm not going to run and leave you. Or I just won't run. Because we're safer than to fucking run off. I might jump and fall back or whatever, but...
I think we're pretty good. They show themselves.
But you saw the eyes, right?
Continue going.
Come follow us back to camp.
How do you know how to talk like that?
I'm trying to study Native American. A lot of Native tribes are putting their languages online to save them from being extinct.
Oh,
You know what? Just checking this out. We were checking this out.
I'm going to run and leave you. Or I just won't run. How do you know how to talk like that?
I'm trying to study Native American. A lot of Native tribes are putting their languages online to save them from being extinct. Perfect. I stopped it at the perfect angle. No, Kaiju. If you can watch this full raw clip on the YouTube. It's Jason Kenzie and Deutscher's Bigfoot encounter in the UP. We actually have visited, we've seen the creatures when the creature, long story short, one was tree peeking and then the other one starts to tree peek. We hear one walking by the side of us that I'm concentrating on. My head's on a swivel. When the one on the bottom goes like this, and I see the silhouette of the cranium, and it's a forehead, and then it slopes back, and it's a extra cranium and stuff up here, huge cranium, when a massive forehead. That's when I knew it was definitely Sasquatch. My intuition already kind of told me, but this eye shine is the creatures that just moved off the trail that, we're seeing them behind the tree, and we walked up to the tree, right? And they moved off away. They're not standing no more. And so now we're turning to walk back, and we're about to discover the treatment at and I give my theory on that real quick in this encounter, but right there is some eye shine, and it's only one eyeball. So I'm not sure if they're like closing their eyes, and then when the light shines on them, they close both of their eyes. But so, in my humble opinion, with my experience there firsthand, and Jason can tell you, I'm not sure how much his meter is crossed, but I think he was at like 20%. And then this happened, it jumped up to like 75, 85, 90%. And then, and then he's been doing a bunch of documentaries and having a bunch of encounters. So I'm sure the meter, hopefully, and stuff. He actually just released the Minnesota Roars, where he actually just got, and we'll probably show them all this. We'll show the audio clip of Minnesota Roars and stuff that this man gators and stuff, and they play it for Jason for the new doc. See that? I don't think a lot of people have, maybe personally and stuff, but so, in my humble opinion, this is a real close encounter caught on film of Bigfoot, and our attempted interaction with them, I should say, because they didn't really interact with us too much. They didn't really do anything back to us, really, with all the interaction. Seemed like they allowed us to see them or acknowledge that we did see that eye shine. So, and I actually haven't really gone in depth to enhance this, and maybe you could get something from it. But professionally, this is shot in 4K. So if there's a professional studio or, I should send this Doug Highcheck or something. If he wants to try to use it for whatever and see, this is a piece of evidence. It should be gone through. It's free. I have a copy of the original file. I hope Jason still has the copy of the original file. So, it's available. It's still here. That's what it is, and I'm trying to get better than this next time and here. And there's a lot of people who go missing up in this neck of woods too. And that's kind of the frightening thing, that after the part is you learn how much there's so many missing people that, I don't know, man. I have nothing but thousands upon thousands and thousands of from all of this interaction, and I can't answer him. Can't answer him until I keep going back out there and hopefully discover the truth.
Oh,
You know what? Just checking this out. They might have just done it.
no, I'm surprised. I wish I had a more powerful light.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay. He was on the ground. He's on the ground.
yeah.
I saw him crawling. He was crawling right there.
You seen him crawling?
I saw him crawling right there across the ground.
Which way? Which
Right there.
left side, right side?
Going this way. I saw him crawl because I saw his on the ground.
How long? How big?
Oh, it was like, I just saw the shadow of him and he just went right across, crawling on the ground.
Huge?
Yeah, it was huge. Like, I could just see the eyes were like that. Like,
Well, if it was a bear or anything else, we'd hear it. Walking.
yeah.
On both sides of it now. That one caught that.
I saw the shadow and as he crossed on the ground.
Sabe. Thank you.
Right
Okay.
there across the ground.
Where more Anishinaabe are.
How do you know? Okay. He was on the ground. He's on the ground.
Yeah.
I saw him crawling. He was crawling right there.
You seen him crawling?
I saw him crawling right there. There across the ground.
Which way? Which
Right there.
left side, right side?
Going this way. Saw him crawl because I saw his eyes on the ground.
How long? How big?
Oh, it was like, I just saw the shadow of him and he just went right crawling on the ground.
Huge?
Yeah, it was huge. Like, I could just see the eyes were like that. Like,
Well, if it was a bear or anything else, we'd hear it. Walking. There's two of them.
yeah.
They're on both sides of it now. That one caught that.
I saw the shadow and as he went right across on the ground.
Sabe. Thank you.
Just to let you know, I don't taste good.
Trust me, if they want.
If they wanted us, we'd be dead by now.
Honestly, the way they're acting, it's pretty.
It's huge. Like, I could just see eyes were like dead by now.
Honestly, the way they're acting, it's pretty cool, calm, and collected.
That was the one to the right that walked past us that I heard. If you watch Jason, he's walks and he's looking over there, almost like he sees something, but he's not sure. And then we keep walking, and you see his expression, man. He is seeing something. You can't fake that. Okay, you can't fake that. I wish the camera was pointing the other way. You probably would have seen what he's seen, but the fact that it's pointed on Jason, you can see his micro expressions. You can see him totally explain it. And, I'm asking these questions, like, which way did it go on the trail, the right side or the left side? And when he says it, if you notice, I turn to look at where, and I scan, and I don't see nothing. Right. And I keep looking. I'm looking right there because it's right there. And you heard it from him. It was crawling, like that spider crawling. And you can watch the interview that Jason have with the former members of the Lost Cryptid. And me and him explained it in that interview. But, it was that spider. I seen it in Florida on the 168, and it's weird, crawling. And I think when we're expecting everything to be standing up 8 foot tall, running in the woods, it's on all fours, drastically smaller than what we're expecting to see. And that, I think they're able to distribute their weight to be quiet. Because if you have 1,000-pound animal on 2 contact points on the ground, that's pretty heavy contact points. But if you spread the contact points out to 4, distributed the weight by 4, if by a significant amount, I would assume. And that's the reason why we're not seeing tracks accurately, because the perfect track where it's standing up. And is if they have the arch, the foot is bent, they're on the balls of their feet, they're on their knuckles, they're on their, the tracks are not going to be a perfect footprint of a standing Sasquatch. Probably more locomotion to avoid humans is on all fours and hiding and standing up behind trees and stuff. That's my opinion. That's my stuff that from my observation and my experiences and of the spider crawling is to avoid humans and to sneak into the gate of the sound. I'm guessing, and being a primate, a great primate and stuff, or from whatever tree or bush it comes from, and however it's related, flesh and blood wise, are they going to be knuckle walkers, or they're going to be, using their hands and feet and their built up musculars. And I mean, that's why they're called big feet, and they have big hands and they're big musculars. I mean, you go try it. You go try to spider crawl it. It's pretty hard. That is correct. That is correct. Me and Jason, I set out some audio recorder out in the midday, and when it was time to go change it, I asked a group of people, hey, with me. And Jason was the only one who volunteered after everyone said no. And and Jason was the perfect guy to go. He was there shooting the documentary. We're trying to get evidence. And he shot, and we had the best available besides the thermal, which didn't record, but he had the 4K camcorder with our capabilities, as you can see, and steadiness. So it was pretty much the best situation. And if there was more people out there with us, it would have happened and stuff too. So in my group right now, this time right here, because there was a bunch of people at camp, which was from this point about probably 600 yards away from camp. So the Lost Cryptids consists of me, Tyler, James, Buddy Bill, and some other associates who have open invitations but don't really like the limelight of things. So not some of the people who you would see on some of the very old live, and some of the, and one of the persons we talked about earlier about the posts that was made. Unfortunately, Tyler doesn't jump on. He doesn't get on the live shows a lot and stuff. He doesn't do the public stuff too much, but behind the scenes and stuff, he does the audio and stuff. And when he puts his audio out, and here and hopefully pretty soon, especially when the frost gets a little bit over, we'll be setting out audio recorders out a bit more, getting more potential audio been getting, and be getting some long-term audio recorders out there, and hopefully get some good stuff and this year, actually. So all right, so let's keep playing this the video. So right here is the eye shine. I'm far away at this point. It is, but you can see it's big. It's a big eyeball, and you can see when Jason's seen the spider crawling, huge, which would be the reflection, because you're not actually seeing the actual size of the eyeball, but the size of the reflection shows that it is a massive eyeball, and also is showing nocturnal vision and stuff, because of how much the light is bouncing back, is showing the potential of the I can't remember what they're called, but the basically little stud receptors that collect all the light and reflect all. I can't remember what they're called. Owls have a lot of some monkeys have them. None of the great big apes have them, but some monkeys in South America actually do have rotting cones. Here I'm thinking like some stud receptors. Rotting cones. It shows how much rotting cones are in this creature, which would be a significant amount, which I think would show nocturnal vision. Do have the evolutionary capability, significant amount of rotting cones comparable to owls, and it's actually a very similar structure. I think evolutionary trait. If you look into it, I actually made a video about this eye shine, talking about owls and different stuff when I shot and caught footage of the red eye shine in the 1/6 day in Florida. So in this would be a lot of rotted cones, potentially just a massive eyeball, but also nighttime vision and rotting cone receptors. But this is the actual name, is the tatum, but the lucidum is what the is the if I'm pronouncing that. All right. This is, you guys got to remember, man, this is a pretty situation. And at this time, Jason was a heck of a lot more skeptical and didn't have as much experiences as he's had now. I think he's had actually in Michigan and other places he's been to. And he's did, but this is a, I mean, truly, my mind's racing 1,000 miles per hour. I'm having 1,000 thoughts flash before my eyes of the potential, and good and bad. And I try to, do it in this situation. I thanked them. You got to remember, I did ask for us to see them, and that did happen. That one did spider crawl. I don't know if it was on. Jason did see it, and so I did thank them because we did see them, or Jason did see them, and the silhouette and the cranium enough to verify it. And for me, it'd have been awesome to see the spider crawl there, but I seen it in the 1/6 so I know it, and it's creepy. But I thank them. I don't know if they understand English. They didn't respond to Native American. They didn't respond to English, but I'm throwing it all out there because if they end us, then I want to thank them and invite them back to more camp. And where more people are, where more equipment is, where more hopefully potential interaction at that point. And also, I didn't want to push the interaction me and Jason with no one else knows what's going on. No one else knew where the recorder was to even go to try to look for us. I mean, they would head down the trail. In this situation, how, if we would have stood there and kept interacting things, maybe we would have got them on camera. Maybe we would have had a better, incredible, it would have been the best footage ever. But when you're in that situation, guys, it's intense. It's crazy. It's and I felt like, there's more better chance of getting these things on more equipment, on thermal, on some thermal that recorded Robert and stuff, on audio, because we had audio recorders at camp too going and stuff. So try to lead them back to camp. And actually one was seen at camp behind me standing up. And when it was seen on the thermal camera that didn't record, it somehow recognized the person was, had the equipment to its face and was like watching it and trying to, go up to the Sasquatch, and it slinked away down and went backwards and was not seen. So, but, it's just me and Jason, and, I have my gun, but there's 3 of them, and it's a bolt action rifle. Right. And, I think I chambered one. I'm not sure if I chambered one or not, but, by the time it takes me around and ready, I might be able to shoot one. Not a good one, not a good shot. Right. So not a good, they were calm, cool, and collective. We were calm, cool, collective as much as we could. I don't know. I thought we handled it as best as we could, honestly, without shitting our pants and trying to bring him back to camp. The rest of it, I take the. Well, other people had some stuff, but again, and with some 200 and something grain. It'll make a lot of boom, big old flash and a heck of a boom. So, it was definitely sound powerful than than it should. So, you know, in those situations, that's the last thing you would want. And that's why I put the gun away. And we'll continue talking, but let's watch the rest of this.
I don't know if you can see that, but it was right there. Oh, okay. It's probably a bird, obviously. But it was right there.
The lights out.
What's that?
Lights out. Just fire hurricanes.
Okay. The thing is, I don't shoot very far. How about you? Hello? We just want to be your friend.
Oh, Joe. Blake and Jason. What are your names?
Holding. Okay. Hello? This is fucking amazing. Can you please come out of the forest so we can see you? Make sure that you're just not a person, you know, a First Nations, you know, person. Just happen to go for a stroll in the forest.
So that's it. On Jason's camera footage, actually we walked back a little bit more. And it talked a little bit more, but we just walked back. And basically that's it. We walk back to camp. Nothing else happens. We don't see anything. We don't hear anything else as we walk back to camp. There you have it. Shot in 4K. Close encounter with the Bigfoot kind. As close as you can pretty much get. As you would want to get. And we did try to go closer and stuff too. So we tried. You know, we could have stayed out there and did a little bit more. It could have been could-haves, should-haves, would-haves, blah, blah, blah. I think me and Jason did a pretty damn good job out there with our situation and tried to get you guys the evidence. So watch that, the full video. Go back in our channel. It's a couple years old, and you can watch that in 4K. And then you can go watch the incident did when he came on and stuff, and me and him talk about it. So, and of course, like to get back to that area. It's pretty remote, pretty dangerous spot. There's black bear out there. We've seen wolf tracks out there. Got moose up there and dog man or whatever else. So. You see some eye shine on there. Potentially in the beginning, there might be some enhancement that could show some eye shine at the very beginning because Jason's still looking. We're seeing him. I don't see him at first, but then I duck down. I look where Jason's looking. I see him. We both see the one that comes out. And we are looking at it, and when it looked like that, it was proof positive to me. And everything else, Jason's seen it, and you know, we came close. Got it, that's as close as we've got an encounter caught on camera. So that's me and Jason's encounter. It's evidence. I think it should be looked at, viewed more. Obviously, I'm just a small channel and don't have big enough reach, but if you guys want to go to that other video and share it and all that. Yes, there are definitely big cats up there, and we've got some cat prints in other spots, but not in the UP. We've actually got them in just northern Michigan, actually. But I think if scientists want to take a look at that, it's not proof positive evidence, but I think it is stuff that should be looked at, and me and Jason should get interviewed. Potentially it's shot in 4K, so there might be some software, some improvement for a long time to come that could be referenced and stuff to maybe you could eliminate all the blackness one day. There'll be technology that comes out in 10 years where you can go back to 4K videos and eliminate all the darkness and stuff, or whatever and stuff. There it's stored, it's on YouTube. I got a copy of the original. Hopefully Jason has the original copy. So the potential for the evidence is there with that sort of stuff. So hopefully maybe the future will bring out something. I'll probably repost it, share it around. You guys can watch Searching for Sasquatch, all of Jason's documentaries on Tubi or Amazon Prime, which one ever you have. And some of them are on YouTube, I think, on his channel. I can't remember. It's like a photographs for your animal photo, because he was originally an animal photographer. So did the Bigfoot thing with the lockdowns, and we were one of the first to out and do all that. So there's an excellent encounter evidence that you guys can share and look at and decide for yourself, and in reference of maybe this is how you should act and try to do. Always keep calm, cool, and collective, no matter what happens. Even if you jump and scare or whatever, you always have to. And I think communication with them, if they can't understand language, is hand signs, is humanoid communication. Because if they are a humanoid, they should have some language, some gestures and meanings if they're intelligent enough, and I think they are, with their hands, mannerisms, tone of voice, maybe too. Because if they watch people all day camping and stuff, I'm sure they might have seen, well, with humans, I'm sure they've watched through windows and stuff, the good, bad, and ugly of everything, right? Because humans are all over the place, and if these things are watching through windows or watching TV and all this, they have to pick up some cues for survival, to be able to sneak up next to us, to be able to. It is scary because with the ones circling by us and these ones are distracting us, I don't know if they're trying to flank us to kill us. They could be a distraction. Oh, while the other one grabs you, even though they could have just grabbed us before. And that's kind of why I was really calm, cool, and collective, because I really felt that they initiated this by, they like swept the ground, or they did something and they made a disturbance on the ground loud around. When we turned around, we were shocked, and I pulled that Mosin Nagant off and pointed it at the ground, but at the direction, and they scattered. It sounded like they swooped the ground and caused the leaves and brush on the debris on the ground to. And when I turned and pointed the gun at the ground, they all just And instinctively, when I point a gun at an animal, there's not many animals that will, oh shit, scatter out of the woods, right? I don't think, there's not too many animals I think that would do that. And when I put the gun away on my shoulder, came back, and the one out of the tree, and we see the eye shine, and we're looking at it. Jason says, you guys seen it. We're acknowledging it. I think I actually am looking, even though I'm quiet because my head's going like this. I'm hearing the one on the right, and I keep constantly looking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Jason on that one, and I'm trying to see what the heck is right next to me. But when I'm ducking and looking, I see the eye shine and say, okay, I see looking, okay. Looking, and I see this other one, and looking, and even pointing. And I think they knew this was all so fascinating. They knew we were looking at it, and we walked right up to them. They were standing right there. We walked back, we acknowledged the little tree manipulation. We've walked a little bit more. Jason's seen the thing crawling, got a little, pretty intense there. That's why I'm when I'm looking, and it's like they knew that we seen them and we're interacting, and they did it on purpose. And I think that they did it in such a way that they were curious. They wanted to know what we were going to do. I have a gun on me. They know it. They choose to announce themselves. I point the gun at them. They know what a gun is. They scatter. I put the gun away. They come back and interact. Pop their head out enough to where he's just chilling there, allowing us to see him, even though I have a gun right here sticking out. How much intelligence and risk assessment and just taking a risk to do that, it's not something animals do, and this is nothing sort of animal behavior of any kind that would do that. If a bear walked right in front of Jason's been around bears a lot. He's from Canada. In fact, story from I'm sure he's told us before, when he was a kid in school, everyone was around back before school or at recess. Everyone was crowded by, and there was this bear. There's a bear right there. It's sleeping. Well, Jason, being the little shit that he was, walked up to it and kicked it. It was a dead bear. Okay. But the point is, Jason knows what bears are. He's been around bears a long time. He's an animal photographer. He knows what animals are. He's photographed them. He's from British Columbia. He knows what he's seeing crawl in front of him, and it wasn't no bear. And if it was a bear, I'm sure we would have more territorial displays of jaw chatter, of swiping at the ground, bulldozing through the wood brush, and we would hear it. I mean, these things were like ninjas, creeping. You would hear a slight disturbance, a slight footstep here. Nothing conclusive enough for for the average person to be like, oh my God, there's it's walking right there. No. For me, my experience is telling me I hear one right there. And it's walking by us. It's close, and it's walking over there. And when Jason sees the one, and we're kind of talking and stuff, and like I say, I hear two of them walking up closer and stuff, and it's this creeping, the slinking through the woods. Danger Piper, God bless you. Glad you enjoyed the show tonight. Catch the rest of it when you can. No, this would be Jason Kenzie from Searching for Sasquatch documentaries on Tubi. Watch Jason Kenzie. He's actually posting in a lot of groups right now, so you can actually find him with She Squad, the Minnesota Roars new documentary with new evidence that was taken on private property, presented to the Sea Squad, and then released in this brand new documentary that just came out. You can find that on Amazon Prime or Tubi. Searching for Sasquatch. I think it's number 10 actually. So there's 10 of them. But the I was featured in, which I person who just represented as Lost Cryptids. It is what it is. But Jason's a great guy, awesome, funny dude, easy to get along with everyone, and actually a really good guy to actually go out there and be in the woods with and have a witness to be around. So be Jason Kenzie with for Sasquatch. And that's what happened. We have a couple other I might be able to show you guys. I have stored because we actually have and there's there's actually a bit more audio that I should probably go through again and try to look for some stuff. And Robert audio from the UP of Michigan that you can listen to, which would be the title. We have the similar actually audio because we during the night we stayed out there for a week. First a couple days in the one spot, and then we actually were out in the middle off trail for the last couple of days, and that's where that encounter was in the middle of boonies. So we talked to them. I didn't know if they understood us or not, but we got to try to point. We have to try everything because we just don't know. So if I throw it out there, we don't know, and it's hard when you're in these situations to try to test anything. Be like, oh, do they see IR or not? Let me try to scientifically test that while I'm not trying to shit my pants because I'm encounter with the Sasquatch right now. We're not at that point, right, where we can really scientifically test anything in the actual situation, because most of us who are out there or who have never been out there are not gonna be experienced enough to be able to, okay, it's game time to fuck, all right, film stuff, be calm, cool, and collective manner, be safe. There's 1,000 things that will run through your mind when you're in this situation, man. And one of the last things is doing camera stuff, trying to hypothesis and theories of anything. But the more experience that you have, the more that you're in the situation, you actually experience it, you can calm yourself down and you can react. Afterwards you think about, oh, I should have done this. I could have do this better. I need to do that better. You will do it better next time. But the first time or the first couple times or whatever kind of situation you're in, because it's no matter what. Even when me and James had that tree pushed over or something smashed into the tree a couple weekends ago during the day. Intense. It don't matter if it's nighttime or daytime. It's intense. Luckily, daytime's a little bit more smoother on you guys, but the nighttime, man, and they're right there for whatever. It's a whole nother level. And a lot of people talk the game and say actions and they're doing this, and you come out with me and we experience your experiences or not. and you're not going to be able to fucking fake it. And that's what I love, because, in those moments, those people who've actually experienced real stuff multiple times and don't have the willies anymore. And, I actually can trust and believe that, instead of, 1,000 encounters, or what Chris say, 92 rocks being thrown at him. And, you gotta, that's why you take it fucking seriously. We talked about this earlier. You have to take it seriously, because when you're in a situation, it's serious. And it ain't a weekend hobby no more. It's like, this is as serious as you could possibly get, especially if you're in a crazy situation. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how you're going to react until you're at a situation and you're facing it. And you have to fight your body from fleeing and being scared, and go back to fighting and operating in a fear-based situation, to get the camera rolling, to get evidence, to do whatever. All right, guys, let me do something real quick. I said we're gonna look at Jason's Minnesota roars. Let's go take a look at that, actually, and look at his piece of evidence. They should be loud here. And he's already released on the documentary, and they've actually already released the audio on the YouTube. So I'm not breaking any secrets and releasing stuff. So it's been enough time. So we're gonna take a look at. Can't remember his YouTube, but I know. We'll get it. Okay, so it's called A Photo Warrior. So I was right. I just thought there was more to it. Photo Warrior is what Jason. Oh, hopefully you guys can see me. His first Searching for Sasquatch documentary has got a lot of views on YouTube, which is sweet. Because he actually does make some pretty good, fun. They're actually fun documentaries to watch and stuff. It's pretty good style that he does. All right. We are going to try and look at this. Give me 1 second, though.
Is this roar you are about to hear was caught only a few from where we are about to investigate. This is only one unexplained sound of 4 other recorded roars that were in possession. These roars have never been heard by the Bigfoot community.
I want to know if you've ever heard anything that sounds like this around here.
Yeah, I have recorded that too.
Here.
From here, yeah.
All right, so there's a little sneak peek for you guys of one of the roars. I thought they had all of them. Maybe I think I heard him being played on the She Squatchers interview with Jay. They just did a couple weeks ago. I think they all the audio on the show. Actually, they play all of them, and I believe Jen said that it was from maybe from an elder who gave it, or it's definitely from a private property, and these are supposed roars. So, but you can watch the interview, and she actually tells you how she got acquired them. So pretty impressive, pretty interesting. Some samurai chattery, but what do you guys? You guys want? Play that one again, I guess, because that is the only one I think I can find, unless go to She Squatchers and see if they have it, or if I can hurry up and find it real quick. Oh, 3 days ago. I don't know. That just can't be right. I know I didn't watch this 3 days ago. Maybe I did. Huh. Man, I tell you what, these days are getting too long. Working Saturdays and stuff. The week is blending together. All right. Let me do this real quick and try to find these, because I actually want you guys to listen to them and get your opinions, or at least go check them out. Let me be right back. So I skipped the commercial, all that. Getting a little No, I'm trying to find it, but look at the transcript right now. Yeah, the old man or the person that gave them the file, the audio files has died and stuff. But you guys could watch the Minnesota, the She Squatchers, Bigfoot, Minnesota Roars, Jason Kenzie. It just put out 3 days ago. Apparently, I'm time zone warp where I'm a weeker behind. So I don't really know, huh? I don't know if I'm trying to look for now for wait. All right, so right around here. Yeah, I don't know. But actually, I think it was recorded back in the it was, we were told that it was recorded on one of those old cassette players from back in the 70s and stuff. So, the actual potential of the evidence is actually very interesting if it was recorded on old audio. The Sierra sounds, and then it was digitized, of course, and then taped to Jen. So if you guys want to inquire about that, have evidence, you guys are really big into the audio. They actually need help analyzing it. They want to send it to they were talking about David Ellis or some of the other audio gurus. So if you guys are a little bit into that stuff, so you guys can look and help them. I think I found where it's going to be playing. So, but I'll get this up here in a second, hopefully. But if anyone wants to jump on, I think the link's still in chat. You guys can jump on. No takers, which is fine. The good, the bad, the ugly to jump on. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I'll take it. It's all good. Next week's show, we'll jump into that Native American misconceptions, over exaggerations with Native American legends about Bigfoot, and grouping them together with other Native American stories that do not have anything to do with Sasquatch, but are lumped together with Sasquatch stories and references when people want to reference Bigfoot and Native American stories and stuff like that. So it's going to take me a good week, maybe, depending on how much information to show and all that good stuff. So anyone wants to jump on, you can discuss anything, want to discuss about the Jason encounter while I try to find these roars. That'd be cool. Or whatever. The good, the bad, the ugly. All right. I just found, I believe, where I found it. So I just got to get to the beginning. All right. Just found where they're going to play the roars. So let me get and running for you guys, because I think these are pretty interesting. I want to get your guys' take. I think, this needs to get spread. They want this to get spread. They need some help. So we're going to help do that right now. and you go watch the full documentary on Tubi or Amazon Prime. And since they've shown this, we're going to show it and help them spread the word. Contact She Squatchers Jen. She is the one with the audio. So contact her out, watch that interview, watch the documentary, check Jason out. Watch our stuff with Jason. Watch our interviews with Jason. He's done a lot of interviews, actually. He's been posting about recently and tagging a bunch of all the people he's done interviews and work with and does documentaries and stuff with. So, and we need more people who died with experience with animal photography and working with different Animal Planet and different stuff like that. You know, nothing. All right, so here we go. Once it decides it wants to actually let me click the tab to share, we'll be ready to go. Do this. Do this. There we go. All right, you guys can see it. All right, here we go. So let's take a listen to about 43 minutes and 33 seconds in.
Play the roars.
Okay. Sarge, can we play the roars, please?
That one. Maybe he stepped on it. What was that?
There they are.
Wow, that sounds
broken.
crazy. Like just hearing it.
So there you go. What do you guys? Pretty incredible. What do you guys think? Pretty interesting. So supposedly, if you watch the interview, those were old cassette recorders and obviously digitized. And Jen gives more information and stuff, but you're gonna have to go there to watch her and support them because they're the ones who have it. So give them support. They're pretty good people, good women, because we've had them out in the field and they're not afraid to go out there and stuff. And they actually have some thermal footage that is pretty interesting and other evidence. So check them out. And someone jump on, tell me your thoughts for longer, and then we'll shut things down. Sorry for the choppy. But when you watch this after it's been recorded, it should be a little bit better. A little bit, I would say. So, but next week's show should be pretty good. We're gonna have some. I gotta re-edit of the 36 knocks that we showed last week, and James is making a video. It's gonna be on his channel. Which you guys can go and subscribe to him. He puts out some stuff every once in a while, you know. And I'll be putting out the stuff that me and him caught. I got some solo stuff. And some longer of stuff. Show you something right here. So this was actually a piece of wood that we found when we were walking on the trail, and we come across this piece of wood, and the first thing that I noticed is, well, the ground is frosted, and the piece of wood has frost on one side and doesn't have frost on the other side. Walk up on this side is on the bottom and not on the top. And of course, we thought we were hearing some stuff. The reason why I showed it, because it's my theory, my opinion, that we walked up on this, hearing some, I think we heard a wood knock over here. And when frost covers stuff, if frost covers of things, frost doesn't freeze the bottom of a piece of wood, it freezes the top of wood. So this thing was totally flipped in the middle of the trail, pretty obvious spot. So we obviously found it, looked at it, and to me it was odd. So I recorded that. Thought it was interesting, not conclusive anyway, but you hear wood knock, you walk on the trail, and you out of place and odd. It's something I think that maybe we'll discover, because I think it's due, because I've experienced some of that stuff in different areas where you're walking on a known trail, like me and Jason's encounter, and you're walking back, and in the middle of the trail that wasn't there, and then you notice it, and it's something oddly placed. It wasn't there before, some change, and we found that. Although we weren't coming back from the trail, we were heading deeper into the woods. This was a piece of wood that was frosted over, and the frost was on the bottom of the piece of wood, indicating it was flipped. Because frost freezes over stuff and not freezes under stuff. The dew and all that. I got of course, we showed some of that last week. All right. Well, we're at 2.5 hours, guys. So I think we're probably going to be shutting it down. No one wants to jump good, the bad, the ugly. It's probably a good thing. Pretty good show. Showcasing Jason Kenzie's encounter. Glad that we did. Yeah, I'm gonna shut this off. Well, if you guys want to help support the channel, I guess I'm going to I'll throw the link. You guys can, of course, super chat to YouTube directly to donate. That's the easiest way, obviously. Well, I'm going to put the PayPal link in the Teespring or Spring Tea, whatever merchandise stuff, in the description for you guys to buy shirts, buy hats. Not hats. There's actually glass cups and a couple things for women, and some baby items and stuff, because I've had toddlers and kids, and it's kind of nice to have some cool matching stuff if you guys are into that, or get some cool Bigfoot stuff. And it gets you something cool, helps support the channel. We actually use those funds to go out there and actually try to get evidence, instead of telling stories and just interviewing people, using that money to interview people or something. I'm not sure what those other channels do. I'm not sure what they do with the money that they get donated to, while they just regurgitate stories on their channel, which is fine. But if you want to support and actually have your money put to something of actual use towards the Bigfoot community and cryptid community, dogman community, should probably place it in the hands of those who actually go out and research and actually try to procure evidence for you guys and real encounters as good as we can. And no one's perfect, but donations here will be used to buy equipment and allocate resources to go out there and find evidence, get evidence, encounters, interactions as best as we can, and bring it to you guys. And the most raw way too, obviously just the raw footage and raw stuff, and not documentary and cut up, and the story is more important than the actual evidence in the encounter. No, that doesn't matter. It sells better. The encounter, the evidence is what we're truly after, and the truth, and trying to get on the side, on our research, on everyone's research, on the honestly real situation that we have is these creatures are real. We shed light to it, have scientific light be shed more, and acceptance. And the only way we're going to do that is not through these, but raw evidence that you can do. You make documentaries, whatever you want, off of the raw evidence encounter. Yeah. The only thing that matters is the raw evidence encounters, because that data evidence is what's going to be used, and what is used, not the documentary storytelling of the B-roll footage and the intro and build up and the climax of the story, and foreshadowing of stuff, of how Shakespeare does plays and stuff. I mean, that's good. It's good to grow and do stuff, and I might do some style stuff too, but you guys, everyone thinks, it's not entertainment. It's, for me, it's going on evidence and getting the raw stuff and seeing what everyone else, trying to get the best of it to get somewhere, and not storytell, and not fake shit, not hoax stuff, not lie, not make up stuff, not bullshit. You get offended when people like they're Bigfoot researchers and they're not, when they claim to take it seriously and they're not, and they don't take it seriously, and then they are, are acting. That's what it is, living a fantasy. And when people are actually putting the hard work in and trying to do stuff, it doesn't make us look good when we're trying to get taken seriously. I mean, come on. There's no experts, there's no professional Bigfooters and stuff, but, well, maybe there should be, because people are having experiences, people are going out there, people are doing the work. I mean, people are actually getting close with these things. I mean, they're more of an expert than some guy who sits on his fucking ass and regurgitates a story that someone else told him, regurgitates the encounter that this guy over here had. I'm not sure in his mind there's no, I'm not sure how they could be experts, but from the people going to the field and actually getting to doing the work, they have more of an expertise of what's really going on firsthand. So, but no, there's no professional, anything, because I don't think no one wants to really do it seriously enough. And how do you become an expert? Through experience, right? Through the sheer amount of knowledge and experience that, hands down, everyone flat out would just have to say, yep, you're an expert because of your experience, right? How do you get experience? Sitting on your ass interviewing people? Is it regurgitating a encounter story that you've got in email? Is that going to get us there? Or is it by firsthand experiencing the stuff, trying to get as close as you can, trying to figure out the stuff out there in those situations? You guys decide for yourself. So I got my opinions. I feel pretty strongly about it, stuff, because I think we need to take this extremely more seriously. and not have the bullshit, not have this 50 more years of Patterson's the best footage of storytelling of it's good armchair researchers. How about let's let's have oh my god, there's this groups in California and Washington and Michigan and all these other groups, and they've had all these experiences, but they're pretty damn close. Camping like a hillbilly, hearing stuff, knock on trees. Because yeah, that's a great image to have instead of professional people, actually experts out there who are considered experts by the average person and scientists and stuff. Because what do you think, the scientists are going to go out there and what they're an expert at Bigfoot stuff, and as they I mean they're already out there. They're already out there doing their thing. So anyways, no one wanted to jump on, atmosphere here. It's not like we're, everyone's going to get in a fight or I'm going to jump on anyone. And, you can disagree with me and it's fine. I think there might be a little bit of stigma with that, with some people who look around and differ on opinions, but, can come on and talk about whatever. They don't have to feel like just because, oh, Blake doesn't agree with other members of my tribe, I can't come on here. Well, I mean, if you can't come on my show, people in your tribe might hate that and bite on your ass with words. If you're going to let that affect you, then you're never going to come on. And you're never going to do anything else that would affect way, because you can't go against the tribe, which is a lot of an issue, and why people stand with their friends so hard and go to war over these words. Or is that where we're at? We're so fickle that words can bring down your group of researchers and research and people who are dedicated to finding the truth in this. Not that dedicated. So I think everyone needs to step up and stop being such a pansy with words and, go viewing other people's opinion. And like Mike, Red Creek Mafia, I invited him on the show. He said he worked until 11. We're already almost 2 hours after that. So you could have came on and talked about that stuff and all that. But, this it's just bull crap, this online crap. Yeah. The Bigfoot community. And not much of a community. It's more of like tribal suburbs where people like to congregate, and there's a lot of free passes where people just love to just go through and everything and migrate and do everything. And then you have the hardcore cult fanatics in every group, flesh and blood asshole to the woo people, conductors on the woo train who speak to Sasquatches every day and help in therapy sessions with people's dilemma with Sasquatch activity on their property. Through this conversation and therapy session with this person, are able to mediate the problems that the people have on their property, supposed problems that they believe that they're, or perceiving that they're having, the perception that these things are real. So it's a whole variety of spectrum of different beliefs and people and mental issues and problems and demons that people are facing. So take it seriously. Some people don't take it seriously. I mean, some people doubt, some people, you look at them and it's just like, it's a little harmless bullshit, but at the same time, it is supporting the pile of bullshit that is the entire mountain of Sasquatch. I think that with Red Creek Mafia, he needs to chill out about getting all pissy about his friends being called out on some of the stuff that they're doing. So, and that shouldn't affect a person who come on and talk to the person on some stream that they already committed to that they would say, and you planned and time talking, setting up for weeks. So that's really not professional. It's not really. Well, you're not keeping your word, but hey, everyone has the right to do whatever they want. Yes, it's more like Bigfoot religion and politics. Too many. It's not about the subject of the people involved. And I've got hooked and wrangled around in that too. I called people out and been a little political, and in my opinion, exposing bullshit and other people's opinion, and they don't like it, they don't agree with it, and that's fine too. But at the end of the day, there's so much bullshit that you could call out, and almost never ending. But and there could be more people I probably could call out, but I don't know. It's just whatever. It's whatever. That's kind of why I'm refocusing on just the evidence again, because that's the only thing that matters, and not all these bullshit con artists who con people to read or therapy sessions on remote viewing Bigfoot or whatever the fuck loop-de-doops are going around. I want to believe in the paranormal. I do believe in the paranormal. I've had strange spiritual stuff happen. I've seen UFOs. I've seen a wolf cross the road and stand up on two legs and cross dog, man. I've had spiritual, so I'm not against it, but I'm very skeptical when people are like, yeah, this Bigfoot teleports into my bedroom and then talks to me, and there's no evidence of it. Like, if you really want to get down to it, you might have some mental issues, you might have some spiritual issues, but I don't think you're having Bigfoot issues. Okay. There's a whole list that we can go down to, and Bigfoot is probably going to be at the bottom of that list. And you're probably looking at more paranormal activity if you're having fucking mind speak and you're seeing shit in your house and all this. So, I'm just very skeptical of a lot of the stuff on everyone who claims such miraculous claims. I would like to believe stuff. I've experienced paranormal. I'm not against it, but I'm at the point now where I just don't believe every willy-nilly person who says they have a fucking story and have certain mannerisms or way about them or a vibe. At this point, I'm at the point where if you're to me, it's red flags and stuff, and I give some leeways, a couple red flags, but at the same time, it's like, okay. Well, maybe depends. Maybe next weekend. Maybe the weekend after that, if not. Next weekend or the weekend after that. Just depends. Maybe I could, maybe do some day trips out during the week. Depends. But next weekend, if I don't do these Saturday shows, I could be out there. Which is what I've been thinking too, is cut back on some of the Saturday shows to get. So just depends. But most likely every other weekend to be on a schedule that I am on, probably every other weekend, and little small trips in between. But every other weekend, actually overnight, I'm actually out there doing the overnight, and then here in a little bit, we'll be having some more audio via purchasing some audio equipment, long-term stuff. Getting one setup going, getting another setup going, maybe, depending on different stuff. Of course, we're going to have the Michigan Dogman and Michigan Bigfoot Conference, the second one. We're going to have that, I think, end of summer, maybe fall, October-ish. I'm not quite sure, but we'll start reaching out and doing all that. And so kind of focusing more of the money to that instead of equipment right now. That's why I keep kind of plugging the links for support for the equipment because right now I got other stuff that I'm going to be doing with it. So doing the conference and stuff, and basically we're going to have some speakers, local speakers. I don't know, maybe we'll have maybe someone interesting. I don't know. It may be just up there. I don't fucking know. At this point, if I'm going to be on, do some camping, hopefully have some people out there with us, go camping, doing some actual Bigfoot research, where we're going to be putting some miles in, and then we're coming back to camp and resting up and going back out and just the whole weekend, hopefully getting interaction, which is the main thing, having a good quality time with people. So gotta start planning for that. Kaiju Ninja 1985 for Bigfoot and solving the mysteries. It should be the most important. The human drama isn't necessary, but it's been around since the start of the and that's because humans are humans and we have different opinions, all that, and no one's perfect. And the four horsemen, of course, were at throats, so it's always been there. Maybe that's the curse, is we have that curse about the community, is that's just how it is. Because we don't know, right? Since we don't know, anyone's opinion is valid and matters, and since everything matters, you have wonky donk, elephant can fly, and Bigfoot rides them bullshit. So like, it is what it is. But I think we need to take it more seriously and just go out there, of course, but take it seriously. Don't be this stereotype. Work out, train. Don't be a fucking couch potato and then think, oh, I'm gonna go hike 10 miles and I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna sprain my ankle, or I'm not gonna be exhausted, or I only need one bottle of water and you haven't worked. So, and the best way to prevent the most common injury that you're going to have out there is, it's going to be ankle and leg injury, is exercise and stuff. It's strengthening the ligaments, strengthening the muscles, so you don't have those injuries. Do have accidents and stuff, and you twist and turn your ligaments and your ankles and your joints, your muscles and ligaments are going to be stronger to be able to take the impact better, so it's not going to affect you as much, or you're going to recover a lot better. So exercise is perfect, and it's something that the community needs. There's I don't have a six-pack or anything, but there's definitely a lot of guts and keggers going on that to me, when they say they're hiking miles and miles and miles and miles, you can probably do that one time. But the next day, I'm very skeptical when people are like able to do all that and stuff, when they don't do anything else. Because I've been out there and I do the stuff. I just walked 24 miles on the road, which sucked, and on the shoulder was nicer, but so I know when people say they walk all these miles and stuff in one day, I know what I could do. Like, Oh, all right. Texas Jack says, nice. I was able to dog trapping permit for my favorite unit in the Big Thicket National Preserve. Nice. Should give me the perfect cover motivation to get some freaking long after hunting season. That is freaking awesome, dude. That's a prime spot to set up your hogs. Man, you must gonna have a big, and you're not, when people think traps, they think little traps. You're talking about like hog pen. I'm guessing that's pretty sweet. Kill as many as you can. We don't have a big. Well, actually, there's been sightings in Michigan in a lot of countings, but there's very small, almost non-existent population here. And I remember 5-10 years ago, they thought there was going to be an explosion of pigs up here, but nah. I came across some tracks that I thought were pig because they were really, the spread on the hooves were really spread out and stuff, and pretty fat. But without further evidence, I didn't know. I wasn't for sure. Man, I'd be excited about that too. I like to hunt and stuff. I like to shoot small game and deer, and I tried a little bit of coyote hunting, but after seeing the dog man thing, and I've actually had a chance to shoot a coyote one time, and I chose not. Beautiful, beautiful animal. And then after having the dog man encounter, I don't have the itch to go after and that. So, but pigs, man, all day long, all night long too. I got a nice night that I would love to try on that. I was gonna try on coyotes, but after seeing the wolf get up and walk on all fours, I really honestly have to respect. I don't know, shoot something that is something else, or I don't know. It just really took definitely a couple long nights. but all that gear I use for Bigfoot now, so it all worked out. It's a nice good place to go and do some Bigfooting too. You can set up some your audio and Bigfoot equipment all right there at your pig pen, and use the pig hunting excuse. All your equipment there, the audio too, because you just want to hear the sounds of the pigs coming up close and learn the times or whatever. You can have audio equipment out there. You can have everything since you have a spot to permit and camp. I don't think you can camp there, but you definitely have a spot to trap, eat. Definitely pretty sweet. I'm actually thinking about my fur harvester license again, and shooting coons and trapping and getting some minks, or I think that's, you can get minks, you can get bobcat, fox, coon, get a bunch of stuff with the fur harvester license and stuff. Yeah. I know I'd definitely be blasting the pigs if I could, and depending on how good the condition the the pig was, it'd probably be butchering it and getting some bacon out of it. Here's my email. If you guys want to email me with counters, with evidence, you guys just want to talk to me about some stuff. I actually have to get off here pretty soon because I do have an interview. They didn't remind me or anything, but I do have an interview with early interview. I'm not sure if it's live or it's recorded. I have to with cryptid creatures. With cryptid creatures and stuff. So I'm not sure if that's live or if it's going to be, I'm assuming, because it's at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I kind of have to end the show, which is what we normally do around the 3-hour mark. But you guys can email me there if you guys want to have me on an interview and show interviews and stuff now. And I think I'm going to have some interviews, some encounter interviews and some evidence showcasing is what I really want to do. Is I want to have people on and show off their own evidence on here, not necessarily just talk about stories. But I want to show everyone what, show me what you got. And some people, when I put the other show out, show me what you got, I think thought that it was going to be a big troll fest, and and even though the description said it was going to be showcasing, come on my show evidence, not big troll fighting and arguing. But there is a link in the chat, so if people wanted to do that, they could come on. So it's not technically. I mean, it's just so yeah, I'm gonna get the links for the tickets and stuff set up again, so you guys can buy tickets for the conference. Kind of couldn't find the words conference that we're gonna be having come up here in another half a year, I guess. But we'll slowly get working around that another month or two. Get the ball rolling on that more. If you guys want to come up and speak at the event, you can reach. Maybe work something out, or you want to come up and just hang out and camp and actual research with us. I would love to have you guys. Of course, that's not going to cost you anything. Maybe cost you your own campsite and food and stuff, but not going to charge anyone to go out. But the event will be the same price as it was last year: $30 for online tickets and $35 at the door. So we have a little bit better turnout than last time and stuff. Unfortunately, we had it. It stormed like crazy, power lines, trees all over the town of Mason, which we had it at all over, all in the country. I drove over power lines, there's trees in it was pretty bad. Actually a pretty bad disaster town itself. It hasn't seen something like that in a long time. And but we were able to have the event safely and stuff, and I don't think a lot of people were able to do that when they had no power and there's trees and yards and over the roads, and oh man, it was crazy. But I think this year, next year, and every year it's going to get bigger and better, and we're just going to have fun and stuff, and also showcase evidence and have real people network and go out with too. It's an opportunity to hang out with me, my group, some speakers, and to go out. Not sure where we're going to go out this time. Probably going to keep it local again. Maybe an hour's drive to some hot spots, or who knows, maybe it'll turn into some crazy camp trip up to the UP. That'd be epic. That'd be awesome, because I think we know some spots. Jason will tell you. So I'm excited for this year. I'm really excited for this. We're definitely going to be, and we already have actually got some crazy stuff. Hopefully get a crazy amount. Just get out there as much as I can. Hopefully just get more. Hopefully summer make things easier. Robert Kreider is doing his Kill Lodge Expedition 2.0, and that's going to happen in 2 months. So not really a lot of time for me to go to procure the funds and all that. But if you guys really wanted me to go, you guys would have to put up some chunk of change and use that, and I'd make sure I was fucking there. And you can guarantee that I would put my ass to work to make sure we try to find the kill lodge, some work done, or have something. And no excuses about, you know, some pansy ass people can't keep up and blah blah. Fuck that. I'll go by myself. I ain't gonna be wasting people's money or my own fucking time on a one in a lifetime trip to babysit some people who can't keep up, because, you know, anyone who does join that type of expedition should be physically fit and know and want to push themselves and actually, you know, expect to be hurting and exhausted and thirsty and tired and not bitch and complain about it. It's expected, you know. So if someone wanted to put up some chunk of change, you know, that'd be the only way I could make it on a 2 months notice. So that's something you need, like, you know, a couple months at least, especially when it's going to be picking up to be the busiest time for me too. So summer is pretty busy for me with work, so I don't think it would have to be pretty good for me to take off a week or two to be able to do that. But, you know, if you guys really wanted it to happen and there were some donations and we could make it work, you know, I would do it. Maybe next year, maybe the next time. Who knows? We can have our own UP expedition into the missing, because there's a bunch of missing people up there too. So we can go. Me and Jason had our do the exact same thing, go off-road and go off on the trails and walk and hike, and there's miles and miles. All right, guys, we're going to be shutting this down. Appreciate everyone for watching, taking the time to listen to me rant and rave. Sometimes I don't know why you guys watch me, but I'm very appreciative. You know, I can only give you my experiences, you know, and my dedication to this. You know, I'm not perfect. Sometimes, you know, people take it the wrong way. But, you know, I value the truth, I value honesty, I value trying to work in this field, in this subject, and put the work in on boots in the ground. And in all, you know, I know I rag on armchair researchers or that kind of aspect more, but, you know, I want people to push themselves and get motivated to, like, do more than what they are right now, because everyone, including myself, could be doing more. And it's until we push ourselves to do more and to do it better that we're going to make breakthroughs. So that's why I harp on everyone and try to motivate and push everyone, and, you know, get them enough to make them want to be like, you know, no, you know, go out there and do some work, and, you know, and that's what it's about. And yeah, I call out some people I don't like and don't disagree with the way they go about things, and I think they're flat out lying or con artists and stuff. That's my own opinion. So it is what it is. I can only say that I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm going to continue to go out there with my group or by myself, get interaction, film, get evidence, and show you guys. That's what I've done before I came onto YouTube and onto the internet or into all these Facebook groups and started talking to people. You know, I used to do this by myself in the shadows and not talk to anyone, not have any videos out. But I thought, you know, I should show people stuff, should show people what I'm experiencing, should have a place. And really what it was, my phone died, it broke, and I lost some evidence, a bunch of stuff on there. And I thought, well, I need a place to be able to put stuff that's not going to be lost. Well, and YouTube likes me enough that I don't have any problems with any of the stuff I've presented or shown, or any of our videos or clips. disseminating information back to you guys about the Bigfoot community and and all that. So I got for the YouTube, but I really do appreciate everyone who's helped support, even by just watching, help support. I would rather have the quality here watching and supporting and giving their input and asking questions than the massive drones with no brain and just a less mindset who I apologize. God bless each and every one of you guys. Make sure you guys pray, do what you guys gather around your families, love each other. And especially in this crazy time that we're in, I think prayer and talking about what really matters in the world, stuff with your loved ones, it's a good time now more than ever with all the craziness and stuff that we seem to be dealing with. So I have a feeling it's only going to get crazier, people. So sometimes you don't need to worry about the crazy world, and you guys just need to spend good time with your family, your kids, your loved ones, grandparents, your dogs, cats, your animals, the outside. Just spend time in the moment. So, all right. With that, we're landing the plane, as good old Jeff says. It's been a good ride. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed this flight. I know it can be a little bumpy, but we touched down just fine. So, we'll see you guys later.